We need more money. Give us more money. We need more money. Give us more money.
One of the greatest, if not the greatest, action film ever made is Terminator 2: Judgment Day, when a AI robot army is introduced to the battlefield fighting human beings. Just horrifying and iconic as the human skull is crushed and the robot soldiers advance. Of course, hard to kill them. And with no human casualties, there's really no consideration for loss of life or loss at all. They just keep on fighting until the batteries go dead. And everybody thought, well, what a dystopian hellscape. Clearly, this is something that we wouldn't want in real life, but here we are. It's 2026. Every single one of your conspiracy theories or opening sequences to your favorite movies from a couple decades ago have become real. Ukraine has captured a fortified Russian position using only ground robots and drones. No infantry. For the first time, Ukraine said it took a Russian position using just drones and ground robots. Zelensky said it's a wartime first. No Ukrainian infantry was involved or harmed. He said the robots have done over 22,000 missions in their 3 months, keeping many soldiers from harm. Zelensky said this in a new video. Obviously, things have been sort of slowly simmering in Ukraine, but the effects of this will, of course, be profound. Now, an important reminder that if you study the data, you'll know that 90+% of the casualties in the Ukraine war are now from drone attacks. This isn't new. It's been going on since 2023. However, the fortifying and taking of positions with robot armies, that is new. The drone attacks have been suicide drones. They've been meant to obviously take the lives of soldiers that are in foxholes to create terror, but they don't actually take ground necessarily. And they can't hold ground. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Майбутнє вже на полі бою. І його
On the
творить
battlefield,
Україна.
and
Це
Ukraine
наші
is
наземні роботизовані
ground
комплекси.
robotic systems.
Перше в історії
For the first time
цієї
in
війни
the war's
ворожу
history,
позицію було взято
enemy position was
виключно
taken exclusively
безпілотними
by
платформами
unmanned platforms
НРК та дронами. Окупанти
and drones.
здалися в полон. І
Occupiers
цю
surrendered.
операцію виконали без
Operation
участі
was
піхоти і
completed
без втрат
without infantry
з
involvement.
нашого боку. Ратель, Терміт, Ардал, Рись, Змій, Протектор, Воля і інші наші НРК. Лише за 3 місяці виконали на фронті вже більше 22 тисяч місій. Іншими словами, більше 22 тисяч разів збережено життя. У найбільш небезпечні зони замість воїна йшов робот. Майбутнє...
Well, I guess this is good news. If you don't want to see Ukraine further completely liquidate their entire population, as they have already done, effectively, the next major crisis in Europe is going to be, or in Eastern Europe, is going to be a population crisis. I wonder what they're going to do. Time to get an H-1B program, right? Yeah. They are highlighting some of the unmanned ground vehicles. And if this is what Ukraine has, imagine what we have. Goodness. The future is on the front lines, and Ukraine is building it. These are ground robotic systems for the first time in history in the war. Enemy position was taken entirely with unmanned drone systems and ground systems. The occupiers surrendered. The operation was carried out without infantry and without losses on our side. He names a couple of platforms here, and other ground robotic systems have already carried out more than 22,000 missions in just 3 months. This is about high technology protecting the highest value human life. So that's what it looks like. And no doubt these are being created by CIA cutout companies. for human experimentation, which is what they're doing right now. Is that a boat? Yeah, it looks like it. So here he is saying, we've also guaranteed maritime security. Objectively, the most current in the world, and nobody has carried out missions like the Ukrainians have in the Black Sea. CIA is carrying out these missions, you dumbass, not Ukraine, but whatever. We'll take your, have you tried saying please? Have you tried saying thank you? Right? When people talk about security in the Straits of Hormuz, it's a theoretical discussion. Those who speak about it have not conducted such operations themselves. Ukrainians have. We've fought an enemy fleet, airstrikes, and naval mines, and we have been through all of it. Our partners offer us cooperation and equal footing. Ukraine can help. Our naval drones, Sea Baby, and a bunch of other platforms are well known. Ukraine's export offering too. It's our artillery, which we produce on the largest scale in Europe. Our shells, which are now growing in number, and our armor, which has become more effective every single year, delivered by the defense industry of Ukraine. I thank everybody involved in this, in the production halls, design bureaus, laboratories, and test ranges. I mean, if they actually are building these things, it's pretty impressive, frankly. Of course, Zelensky's going to be standing up there in whatever Hollywood production this is, because it does look literally like a Hollywood studio he's filming this on. Zelensky presents Ukraine's robot foot soldiers to save the world. Oof. I'm not sure the world is fully ready for ground invasions accomplished by Black Mirror robot dogs. Boots on the ground will no longer carry the same political risk of sending our boys over there to fight. The temptation for robot-only ground invasion is enormous. Imagine what happens when it's all Terminator. Imagine what happens when there's no human lives lost. When you can just while out, right? And you're not going to have to write any letters home. Because, like, who the hell cares if that guy dies, right? Who cares? No one cares. No one cares if a T-1000 dies. European center of gravity has shifted to the east. Interesting. We've seen some of these robot dogs, by the way, on display. You can see here some of the kids playing at Mar-a-Lago with their nannies, and a robot dog patrolling to keep them safe. This is in early December of 2024, before President Trump was even sworn in. You can see further robot dogs patrolling Mar-a-Lago. Ooh, and it says U.S. Secret Service on the dogs as well. So you better believe that we'd be happy to use this also. Ukraine deploys robots to survive Russian kill zone. Something that is not necessarily new. And the hellscape of Povorsk, Ukraine, is now fighting for survival with ground robots, not just soldiers. 90% of the supplies are being delivered by ground robots. You can see here robots have taken over the logistics in the battle. Ukrainian ground robotic systems are becoming an essential part of the arsenal, carrying out logistical reconnaissance and combat missions on the battlefield. Frontline logistics are changing fast. Ground robots now take on missions too dangerous for armored vehicles, navigating roads constantly hit by Russian fire. And now the humanoid robots are joining in. Ukraine now has 2 of these, apparently. What the hell are these? Well, it's a Phantom MK1. Phantom MK1. So here's what it is. This is a first production humanoid robot embodying decades of research and innovation. What does it do exactly? It does this. It's kind of a minute. they blow it up anyway. Looks expensive. Times are changing, man. The rise of AI soldiers. Look at this. Time magazine. What happens when you simply don't have to worry about the human cost of any of this, and you can just take ground with your AI army? You see why we need to end China's compute? You see why we keep talking about that? Why you need to starve China for oil? This is why. This is the future. The people who control AI and the tech that drives it, and the tech that the hardware and the software and the compute behind AI, they are the rulers of the world. That's why oil is critical. You have to have baseload energy in order to keep it going. It's Boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.